Sup people, it's your boy Slide. In this video, I'm going to talk about involuntary celibacy. Involuntary celibacy is when a person is celibate due to the fact that they cannot find a sexual partner. In the United States today, involuntary celibacy is growing at a higher number. Of course, there are no stats on this because most people aren't going to be honest about it. But that's the thing that people don't want to admit or talk about. A lot of times, men get the short end of the stick. The reason why there's so much involuntary celibacy men is because the dating field in America is so unfair and so unbalanced. Okay? And you don't notice these things until you enter your mid to late 20s. That's when you start to notice, because that's when you start to notice these things. Because when you're young, when you're 18 through 24, you're just trying to have fun. Like, you were taught, we were all taught this, that dating is a numbers game. It doesn't matter if a girl says no to you. It doesn't matter if she doesn't like you, because you just keep on talking to random girls and one girl will openly give you the time of day. That's what you're taught. So it's like, okay, so you can get turned down by, I don't know, 100 girls. But you say to yourself, that doesn't matter. Who cares? One girl will say yes to me, because you have that mindset, right? But once you get older, you say to yourself, the game is unfair and it's rigged. The dating game is rigged. It's rigged because you have more men chasing women on average. Okay? So now it's no longer about your personality, it's more about what do you have to offer me. You can have a good personality all you want, but women today don't care about your personality. And I'm telling you from what I have seen, women do not care about your personality. If you don't have money or if you don't have resources, guess what? She's not going to talk to you. See, back in the 90s and 2000s, early 2000s, most of the time, a woman would actually hear what you have to say. If you were funny, you make her laugh, or you're a hardworking person, you know, she'll give you time of day. Nowadays, it's not like that no more. It's about resources. It's like, do you have money? Where do you live? And what can I gain from dating you? That's how girls think nowadays. So you can be the funniest guy nowadays, right? You can be the funniest guy. You can make her laugh all the time. She's not going to touch you, period. Because it's no longer about your personality. It's pretty interesting to me how when you have a nice car or you live in a nice neighborhood, it's funny how women tend to open up and give you a chance. Isn't that crazy how that shit works out? She now gives you a chance. You feel me? And this is why a lot of men today spend their 20s trying to build a career. Okay? Men spend their 20s trying to build a career because of this. Because they already know that women want money. So men are going to spend their time chasing money to get women. So it's no longer about, hey, I like this guy makes me laugh. No, it's not about that shit. This guy makes me smile. It's not about smiling no more. You will be surprised how many women will stay in a fucked up relationship based on money. You will be surprised. If a woman could leave a relationship with more money than she came in with, she'll leave. Okay? For example, some women out there will get knocked up by a wealthy guy. She don't care if the man stays or not, because she came in with nothing, literally came in with nothing. She was giving this guy good sex. Somehow she gets pregnant, she has a kid, she leaves because she's getting that child support check. It's no longer about love or romance. Nah, just give me the check, I'll go. That's how it is. Women in America today are incapable of love. They are incapable of romance. And I'm telling you this stuff for a reason. I've seen it, I've been through it. Women don't give a fuck about anything. You can make them laugh all you want. It ain't gonna change nothing. I used to make girls laugh all the time. They love laughing at my jokes. Some love talking to me. The moment I say, hey, let's kick it, they're busy. Their phone no longer takes my text, you know? So, and people think I say these things because, oh, I'm just bitter. I'm not bitter at all. I'm annoyed because you do whatever you can to get a girlfriend or to get girls to talk to you, and you get the short end of the stick. You know? Believe it or not, right? Everyone needs companionship. Everyone needs that shit. Everyone needs a partner. So what happens a lot of times is that as a man, you take whatever you can get. There are so many men today who are with women they have no business being with. No business. Okay? There are some men out there who are dating girls they don't like because they are so afraid of being alone that they will take that bullshit. For example, some guys know their girlfriends are gold diggers. Right? Some guys know this, but in the guy's mind, well, I know she's a gold digger, but I don't want to be alone. That's how some guys think. And America today is so over-sexualized to the point where women only know how to sell their bodies for money. Believe it or not, most women in America are prostitutes. And I'm not talking about them walking on the street or selling their actual body. But what I mean is, unless you can take her to a nice restaurant or take her on trips or vacations, she's not going to really give you any sexual contact. It's just not going to happen. And so many guys have complained that they are in sexless relationships, but it's one of those things where, what can they do? You know what I mean? The thing I don't understand is, why is sex such a big deal? You know what I mean? Like, why is it such a big deal? To many, I think in many relationships, sex is whatever. It's just something that you both enjoy. But to what I have seen, I don't think American women enjoy sex. This is my opinion. If I'm wrong, please let me know. I don't think American women like sex. And the reason why I say this is because there are so many girls out there who will go, like, I don't know, like, they can go months without having sex with their boyfriends. You'd be surprised how some guys are like, I haven't had sex with my girl in 3 months, in 6 months, in 9 months. You'd be surprised. And you ask yourself, why the fuck are you with this bitch? Because most of the time, I know most men, they only date for the sex. You know? So when women are like, I don't want to have sex with you, you got to ask yourself, does she even like sex? And, you know, sometimes girls use sex as a control mechanism. If you do what I tell you to do, I'll give you sex. You buy me a nice gift, I'll give you sex. That's what some girls do. They make their pussy a gold mine. This is what they do. And I'm looking at this society in the way it's going, and this is why a lot of men today are getting frustrated. You know, they're getting sexually frustrated, and I don't blame them. Look it up. Look it up. Sexual frustration, it is a real term. You know, Everyone needs sexual contact. Everyone needs that shit. And if you don't get sexual contact, you tend to become frustrated. You tend to become depressed. You become angry because you have the type of hormones or those type of chemicals in your body that has to be released. But everything in America today is commercialized. Look at the dating field. The dating market in the US is a multi-billion-dollar industry. You didn't hear what I said? The dating market is a multi-billion-dollar industry. When it comes to online dating like Match.com, Tinder, Coffee Meets Bagel, to Cosmopolitan, to these pickup artists, these dating coaches, they're making money off this shit. And they're usually making money off the men who are usually celibate, involuntary celibate. They're making money off this shit. Like I told you guys before, when you go to other countries, I have never seen dating coaches in other countries. Your friends will teach you how to talk to girls. Your friends will teach you, hey, say this and that to the girl, and that's how you get her. That's what you're taught. You don't have to pay a stranger to tell you how to talk to somebody. That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. You are going to pay money to talk to a stranger. It's funny how the dating field in America has become a crazy thing, in the sense where you have to work extra hard to get a girl. Like, women out here are so picky. I wouldn't say picky per se, but I'll say they're so narcissist that if you say one thing that she does not like, she'll cut you off. She'll cut you off immediately. She'll just cut you off. And that's why a lot of guys get nervous on dates. Because you say one thing the bitch does not like, she will cut you off. Literally cut you off. You know what? I'm done talking to you. She'll just end the date early, or she'll just never answer her phone ever again. You said one thing that she did not like. That's what you call a narcissist. See, American women have been taught that men have to fight for her approval. That's what they're taught. So, in America, dating is not even fun. To date in America is not fun. It's more of a job interview. Because you get very, very nervous. You cannot be yourself. Can't do it. Like, for me, I used to approach girls all the time. Even though I got tired of them. I'd approach girls, say what's up, how's it going, blah, 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 right? It got me nowhere. Okay, approaching girls in the street does not work in America, period. Doesn't matter what you say or what you do, it doesn't work. Approaching girls in the street in America is a waste of time. These women don't give a flying fuck about you approaching them. See, women like to say, oh, I like a man who's confident. Confidence is bullshit. Confidence only works if the girl already likes you. That's it. If the girl does not like you, you can spit all the game in the world. Ain't gonna change nothing. That's why when people tell me, like, when you get a girl's number, call the number immediately to make sure it's real. But I say to myself, what's the fucking point? What's the point? Because it can be real, but if she's not going to answer you, what's the point? You know, I mean, of course they say, oh, men should learn to dust it off and take rejection. I mean, dude, women go crazy when men don't approach them. But it's weird. It's weird to me. Women get mad if men don't approach them, but yet they don't do anything that says, come talk to me. And the social dynamic continues. Because men in America have the short end of the stick. I have seen guys before in other countries who came from other countries. They have all said the exact same thing. Dating in America is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. I had a friend of mine who came from Russia. He told me this shit. He never had a problem dating girls. Never had a problem. Not once. When he came to the United States, he was so frustrated because he was like, I can't even get a basic girl to talk to me out here. That's what he said. He can't even get an ordinary girl to come talk to him because the women out here, they put that shit in their head that they are so great and they're so perfect, but they ain't shit to nobody. You're fighting for mediocre pussy in America. I'm being very sincere when I tell you guys this. I really believe women don't like sex in America. I don't think they do. I don't think so. Because women today, some of these women can go months, if not years, being celibate. Then you have some of these girls who will buy vibrators instead of, you know what I mean? They'll buy vibrators instead of having a boyfriend. You have girls out here who will stay single until she finds Mr. Perfect. You know what I mean? Until she finds the perfect guy, she's not gonna waste her time or give a guy a chance. And this all leads to the state where men get frustrated because you have men out here who are like, so this chick right here that I know is single for how many months, and I've known her, but she'd rather stay single than to go out with me. That's why guys get frustrated. That's why guys get frustrated. You have girls out there who literally stay single than to date a guy who is single with her. She must have Mr. Perfect. Women say, he's not my type, is bullshit. Not your type basically means he doesn't have the resources you want. I have seen this shit too many times, fellas. Too many times I have seen this situation where girls will stay single until she finds the right guy. But how do you know who's the right guy if you don't give that guy a chance? This is how these women end up becoming desperate and they become fucking baby mamas and shit. Because these women are so stupid that they will literally become a baby mama to an ex-convict, to a married man, to anything. And you say this, so you rather be a baby mama and a side chick than to be another single man's first choice? And you wonder why these men today get angry as fuck. Almost every female you see today who is single with a child, most of the time, it's from a man who is married or a man whom she knew was useless. That's all it was. All it is. I mean, there's so many girls I see nowadays. Go on their Instagram. See my little guy. You're like, what the fuck? I'm like, bitch, you crazy? You crazy? They're always single. They're single. It's never like, hey, we were together for 5 years. Nah. It's usually less than a year or less than 2 years. Got knocked up. Things didn't work out. Now I'm single mom. It's like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is wrong with this society, bro? What is wrong with this society? In America today, the single mother epidemic is high among blacks and Hispanics. And white. I think white people are up there too. They're getting up there. I think the last stat I saw of blacks was like 70, is it 70? I think it's 72 or 74% of kids are being born, or black kids are being born to single mothers. while the Hispanic population is about 46, around that 46 area. I think when it comes to white chicks, I think it's around 21 to 22%, around that range. It's still pretty high though, since America's population is around like 300. America's population is so high in numbers, so it's like it's a lot, you know. But this is what's going on in America. A lot of people don't want to talk about this, but this is what's going on in America today. People don't understand that. People don't understand that living here is not easy. Because, believe it or not, ladies, most men are not going to raise your child. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You know? It's just not going to happen. And these women today, oh, man, I don't know what to say anymore, man. It's just, I'm just repeating myself, you know? Because these women don't listen. Now you have these girls out here crying, talking about, oh, nobody wants to help me. They don't understand what single mom goes through. Like, okay, bitch, you didn't choose a man who was responsible. You didn't choose a man who wanted to be with you. You chose a random dude whom you know is useless. In your mind, you try to make him seem like he's this great person. The moment he said, I'm pregnant, he bounced. Like, I'm not dealing with this shit. Not dealing with it. This is what goes on in America today. And a lot of people like to pretend and be like, well, no, I don't listen to... If you're a single mother under age 30, you're useless. I'm sorry. This sounds kind of harsh to say this. This is how I feel, based on what I've seen. If you're a single mother, if you are a single mother under age 30, you are useless. You're useless. You are useless. Because I said before, most of the time, you chose a man whom you know had no value. And now these type of situations now force the decent guys to stay single, to stay celibate. Because a lot of these men today who are celibate by choice is because he knows that the dating market is unfair. Okay? The dating market is unfair. And if you mess around with a single mother, there's a 99% chance if she gets knocked up again, she will keep that child. Oh yes. That's why you don't date single mothers. You don't date them. Because you don't want to take the risk of having a kid with her. No. So this is my video. This is my rant. But this is what I'm talking about by why men are involuntary celibate. Is because the dating field is unfair, and a lot of these guys are not going to settle for anything, and women don't give guys a chance. So let me know what you think. Peace.